I went to bed last night in my clothes and without brushing my teeth or washing my face. I don't normally do that, but I did do it last night. I was talking to Joe for hours. And at the end I fell asleep, but so nodding off, talking to him, or really listening. He told me Obama's trying to provoke Russia, start World War III. He said a plane of civilians, of Christmas people or some crowd of civilians was mysteriously exploded in the air. And at first he was saying it was shot down. I said, are you sure we shot it down? What are people saying about that? But then, I don't know. And then another Russian diplomat was murdered, like that other one that I did know about. They want to tax what's so-called fake news, and I naturally said, well, who determines what's fake news? But also, even fake news should be protected under freedom of speech. So, yeah, they're trying to take away our freedom of speech because everything's supposed to be protected under freedom of speech. Except the exceptions aren't the exceptions, like if you promote, like, attacking the government or something, like murdering the government, something like that. But fake news is supposed to be protected under freedom of speech. I don't know. I no longer worry about who sits beside me at the library, who sees my channel, all the things I used to worry about when I had to go to the library. I'm so numb over what's happened. I'm just, just don't care. All I just keep thinking, I was doing everything humanly possible to try to help my mom, save my mom, based on what I was being told by the people around me, including Auntie, who was the very first one. She belongs in a nursing home, and then, other people were following suit based on their observance, including the woman who takes care of Angel, their observance of my mom's behavior based on what I was telling them. Auntie was doing nothing, and she gets to fucking, it's sickening. It's so beyond sick. Joe's sickened. This is sick. It's so fucking, no, I don't even, yeah, you're in there. You didn't go poo-poo, Ma. You go poo-poo and you don't have to be in there. No. Does that make me a little nervous? Yeah, but I'm scared all the time anyway. This is fucking different. I'm scared all the time. I'm in this fucking ridiculous situation. It's bitter cold out. I have to put him in the bathroom and walk to the frickin' library for miles in the bitter cold. No. Under those goddamn circumstances, I don't fucking care who sees my channel, knows about my channel, sits beside me. Don't care. Don't fucking care. Really don't. Not anymore. Not anymore. This is a joke. Beyond a joke. Joe believes in divine justice. He didn't say to me last night during our almost 3-hour conversation, I believe in divine justice. He says there is such a thing as divine justice. Again, we're still sleeping on the couch. All my videos uploaded. Joe was saying to me, what about getting a part-time? You could have a part-time job while you're on. Oh my God, Joe. Any chance in hell of me working again or doing anything? It's not under these circumstances where I'm hanging on by a fucking thread. Are you kidding me? Huh? Ask Joe if he thinks my mother ever thinks about me. Yeah, I came home simply to tell Joe, based on his emails to me, that I wanted to tell him on the phone. I didn't know he'd answer, and I just said, you're not grasping the concept of guardian conservator, Joe. You're not grasping the concept that if I tried to go anywhere near my mother, Auntie could have me arrested. It's her property. Plus, even if it wasn't, that's what guardian conservator, that's what guardian means. You are under the complete so-called protection of another person. You virtually have no rights any longer. I don't know why Joe doesn't understand. I think he finally does, though, and he's even more enraged on my behalf. He likens my mom not wanting me to tell her what to do in certain situations to like a child who, you tell them not to play with a knife, and of course they're going to rebel and not like it, and I hate you, and so whatever. Like the lithium toxicity thing, she was almost double. Remember, I spent all day with her, finding out what was happening. But I went above and beyond, and because I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was her baseline on lithium. I didn't know. Didn't fucking know. Why would I think that could happen to her on her prescribed dosage of lithium? I know, and the people who care about me know, that I probably saved my mom's life. She wasn't going anywhere, and she was getting more and more. She didn't understand what was happening to her. I didn't understand. If I wasn't so smart and aware, I would have just said, this is her just on lithium. It sucks, but what are you going to do? And But no, I'm keenly aware, and you think that fucking judge I just stood in front of, and oh my God. Any of them, they just don't fucking care, you understand? They don't care. They wouldn't have done this to me. I say they because it was a joint fucking effort. It wasn't just Auntie on her own. Basically, as usual, I'm just negated in this life. That's all. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. You guys wonder, or some stupid people wonder why I say my mom just should have aborted me. Jesus fucking Christ. Real. And the stupid nitwit I'm sure my mom went back to. I told you about the nitwit. Nurse Ratchet, Selena calls her. She's 99.999% certain. She's like beyond certain. Telling me, you should call we did a roundabout way. We got her to get her blood tested or whatnot, but we went to an area where I could trick her into getting her down to see her. They said if I could get her in there, they would get her the help, and because we didn't want to wait all day for it was just a place you go to get blood drawn, whatever. They don't do it instantly. They don't find out instantly the way a hospital does. But anyway, when I'm talking to Nurse Ratched, who I hate, by the way, justifiably hate her. And I told you what she was saying to me. She's saying, well, she's probably lithium toxic. And then I'm thinking, there are people that go off their lithium. My poor mother, the fucking... I could have this woman's license, I swear to God. She's telling me she's nearly positive my mom's lithium toxic. And then proceeds to tell me, I said, well, then, we weren't going to get my mom until tomorrow. She'd have to take, and I said, well, if you think she's lithium toxic, can I not have her take her pill tonight and tomorrow? No, I can't have you do that. I can't have you not giving her lithium. And I turn around and say, but you think she's lithium toxic? Well, it could be the clonidine is, meanwhile, basically the bitch, we can't possibly go one night and the next day without my mom having a lithium, even though that could send her over the edge and into kidney failure. Because she's sitting there telling me, she could go into kidney failure, you gotta get blah, blah, whatever. Yet, it's so abhorrent to her to have my mom not take her fucking lithium pill that night and the next morning. And I had to say, Mama, she says and I should have just not done it, Little compliant, little obedient. I said, Mom, I knew my mom was really sick, and I said, Mom, I'm sorry, you still have to take this pill. So-and-so says you have to take it. And I'm smart enough to think to myself, if there's even a chance, you seem almost positive she has lithium toxicity, yet you still are going to make me force her to take the pill tonight and tomorrow before we find out for sure. Why? Why? The guy in Infinite Polar Bear went off his lithium. People go off their pills. Isn't it better to err on the side of caution, you fucking nitwit? No, but she's a nitwit. Okay? And one of the bone of contentions with me and Auntie when she didn't want me to say it, I have to accept that my mom's in this place. Then I'm saying, but if she gets out, she's got to get away from the nitwit. And I explain, blah, blah, whatever. And then I have to hear from Auntie, so-and-so's right. Just because you're against psychiatric medication doesn't mean you have to go off the deep end every time your mom gets hospitalized. Let that sink in. My mom's repeatedly being hospitalized. My mom had that lithium toxicity, the nitwit, and then so-and-so's right. Just because you're against psychiatric medication, I want you to sink in, doesn't mean you have to go off the deep end every time your mom gets hospitalized. As in, no big deal, this, that, or whatever. But then you can turn around and go in front of a judge and say, oh, my poor sister, she keeps getting hospitalized, but it's because she's stressed out because she lives with her daughter. Fuck you, Marion! Jesus fucking Christ! Like Joe says, I was the one here, not Marion. I was the one living with my mom, watching her on a day-to-day basis, seeing what these meds were doing to her, watching her. I saved her fucking life with the lithium toxicity. She was nearly double the therapeutic amount. It was dangerous. I sat there all day with her holding her hand and whatnot. It was the scariest fucking thing for her. She spent 5 days in the regular hospital getting every test under the sun done. And that time she got to come home. But then what happens? She winds up back in the same fucking hospital. Same hospital. And we had said we didn't want her to go back there. The poor woman just suffered the lithium toxicity, had to see the same doctor and had to taunt her because I have messages from her crying her eyes out to me. Okay? She also used to cry her eyes out, that she calls Auntie and Auntie's not going to talk to her. Auntie's not going to whatever. That he says I belong on lithium, have to put me back on lithium. The poor woman. Okay? I'm the one whose heart's breaking for her, not Auntie. And she gets to step in and do everything. Why? Because like Selena says, because I'm nothing in this life. Because you can turn around and say, I'm on disability, and Auntie's the pillar of the community, and this and that, or whatever. So yeah, under those circumstances, you think I fucking care who knows about my YouTube channel? Nope. You think I fucking care what potential lowlife might be sitting next to me? You think guys don't sit next to me in the library and can't look over if they want to? And see my fucking YouTube channel? Don't care. Used to care. Used to try to hide it a little bit. Don't care. Don't. No longer care. Being a total fucking loser in this life, that Auntie could turn around and do this to me when I was busting my ass trying to help and save my mom, and Auntie was doing nothing. My only recourse is my brain. My only recourse is to tell my story and to share insight from people who aren't me, who are on my side and who see right through Auntie's bullshit just like I do. It's my only recourse in this life. I know for a fact if I wasn't here, she would have been dead. She was getting sicker and sicker in front of me. And to her, it's her brain. It's not a stomach ache or something. It's her brain, and she thinks, well, she thinks that's what it is like to be on lithium. You know, she doesn't understand. Stupid fucking drugs. Those are dangerous, dangerous drugs. Something like lithium, where it's dependent on salt intake and food and this, that, whatever, and she was eating and drinking differently, and the outside world, and she was in the hospital, but the doctor didn't bother to explain shit. They're all assholes. They have, like I said, they have impunity. They do everything to her. They discharge her too soon. They do this, they do that, and they have total impunity. And then those same motherfuckers who discharged my mom too soon and left me to deal with it best I could get to conspire with Auntie to do this to me. Unreal. Unfucking believable. Don't care. Sees my YouTube channel at the library. Don't care who walks by behind me. Not even aware of who walks by behind me. Don't care anymore. Understand? Don't. Not under these circumstances. This is a joke. Don't care. Don't fucking care. What kind of joke? What kind of... I thought about it, and I should have just disobeyed her. You know? But my mom never been... You're almost positive my mom's lithium toxic. You're sitting there telling me that, you know, to just call 911, and my mom's screaming in the background, no, 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 okay? So I figure we can wait one more day. Yet you force me to give her her lithium this night and the next day, even though that could potentially send her over the edge. And your excuse is, well, I can't have her. That's what she says to me, the little nitwit. Well, I can't have her going off the lithium. Why? The world will come to an end, nitwit? Will the world come to an end if my mom does not take her lithium pill tonight and tomorrow before we find out if she's toxic like you seem to believe almost 100%? Does that make any sense at all? No, because that's her mentality, you understand? That is why the world has to come to an end if my mom wants to reduce her meds even a tiny bit, if my mom complains about side effects or whatnot. My mom had to go over this nitwit's head, and again, I can guarantee you she's back with the nitwit, because in the end she wanted to go back to them. She just didn't want the trouble of me trying, you know, me and the primary care physician trying to get her back to that one. She didn't want to do it. She's broken. She's just tired or exhausted or whatever, you know. She just, that nitwit, and I couldn't believe it, but I did as I was told. I'm thinking to myself, my God, according to your conversation with me, you're almost positive she's lithium toxic, yet you're going to force me to give her this pill tonight and tomorrow when it's just going to make her more toxic if she's toxic. Why not err on the side of caution? But you can't talk to the nitwit, to her. Like I said, my mom had to go over her head, as you guys know. Okay? My mom was so over-medicated at some point and exhausted and this, that, or whatever, and the nitwit blamed it on the coffee. I'm thinking the coffee is the only thing keeping my mom alert to combat these fucking meds, you nitwit, you know? I give you all these examples, and yes, and she's back with the nitwit. It was gloating, I'm sure. You know, it's all just a conspiracy against me, and oh yeah, the daughter tried to get us away, but you're back with us, Samantha. We're so happy you're back with us, and unreal. Sick. Makes me puke. That's why no, don't care. I used to try to hide it. I used to be, don't care. Don't care who walks by me, behind me, beside me, what they see. Don't care. Yesterday, stupid jerk bitch. I mean, she's not a bitch, but come on, pay the fuck attention. I go to the bathroom, I get my computer that I wanted, I leave my coat there, I come back, someone's sitting in my seat. I scream, I go, I'm sitting there. She was sitting beside her boyfriend, and she's like, I wasn't using the computer. I'm like, did you see my coat? Jesus. And then the boyfriend mutters something like, this is a library. Fuck you! The woman sits there, I have my coat, what more can I do? You know? Why would I was logged on to my stuff too, why would I think anyone's gonna sit there, my friggin' coat's in the chair? Because I want an end computer so I at least don't have people on both sides of me. Okay? And the end computers are coveted in the library. The bitch sits down. Are people that non-observant? She doesn't realize there's a fucking coat on the chair? Are you telling me she didn't realize or just didn't care? Oh, I wasn't using the computer, I was just sitting here. You have no right to sit there when my fucking coat's there. Get up, you fucking cunt. Jesus. She probably did see the coat and didn't care, see? I wasn't using the computer, I don't care. Get out of my fucking chair, my coat's there. People are just, oh my God. So rude. And then I had to have her sitting right next to me. So you know damn well she saw my YouTube channel. If she, you know, people out of the corner of her eye, I don't care. Again, don't care anymore. Why should I care? I'm in this position, I've lost, that's just above and beyond rude. You're telling me she didn't walk straight over there and see my coat? She sat there anyway, didn't care. She didn't care my coat was there. Oh, I wasn't using your computer. I don't care if you weren't using my computer. Don't sit on my chair where my coat is. Jesus. Have some respect. try taking him out again. It's of course bitter, bitter cold, so can only have small bursts of taking him out. He can't stand to be out for very long. I didn't even tell Joe about my big toe. You need to get that print out and send it to me. Yeah, I know, Joe. I also need to get myself to my doctors. I need to get to the dentist that I canceled. When I found out all this shit was going down, I canceled my dentist appointment because I didn't know what auntie was going to do, and she can just fucking waltz in here whenever she feels like it. Legally. Canceled my dentist appointment I'd had for 6 months. I have to get it with a different hygienist now because she books up, you know. And Joe, ever practical. You're planning on moving out of state. You don't know where you're going. That could be a big thing. And I don't know, Joe, but I never wanted. There's nothing here for me, and I hate New England. I hate the fucking winter. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. My life was just ripped apart at the seams. Mother who loved me had always promised me enough to start a new life if I was going to leave or without me no more. She had the money to do it, you know. Without it affecting her quality of life or anything in any manner. These pants have a hole in them, but I can just wear this skirt over it. Today I wear my jeans anyway. I was just wearing my jeans every day, so I just wore this yesterday, something different. Oh, that's right, I gotta charge my MP3 player. I forgot about that. Yesterday it was almost dead, and remember I can't charge it on the computer anymore. I have to find my little thing. And it was almost dead, and I'm like, am I going to make it to the library and back home with this blast in my ears and have it not run out? And it made it, but now I definitely got to charge it today. I forgot about that. Before I take off and do it all over again.